Hey guys, happy September. October was a crazy month. I didn't think I was going to travel at all. My plan was to stay in Chiang Mai and just get back into routine and chill here. Yet, I just got off a plane from Bangkok and Bali. I was there for the last 10 days. And this is this month's travel and income report as a digital nomad, entrepreneur, person who works online, and whatever you want to call it. So, I'm going to scroll through my kind of travel income. I'm going to give you guys a big hint. Last month was one of the worst income months I've had in years. Years and years and years. Got bill collectors calling me even. No, but seriously, like it was, if you guys been following my income reports for the last 3 years, it, would go up, because you're building businesses and naturally it would increase. Last month was the worst I've ever had. It was at $3,500. To some of you, you might think, that's amazing. I would love to make $3,500 while living in Thailand or while traveling, while working online at a coffee shops and not having a normal job. And it's true. And I always want to respect and remember that, because when I was starting out, that was a dream. If I could make, even $2,000 a month and live in Thailand, I was going to be so happy. But when you're kind of building up for so many years and you start bringing on other expenses that you kind of have locked yourself into, giving money to your parents, and they're kind of expecting that now. You can't just say like, hey, sorry mom, you have to go back to work even though you're almost 70 now. I just can't do it anymore. So I have to get my income back up. So this last month, I've been just working. I've been at the co-working space every day in Chiang Mai, and I've just been grinding away, building up my income again. And actually, before we get to that, I want to just show you some really cool photos from the travel trip and why I kind of decided to go. So just 2 days before the dropshipping retreat, Anton emailed me and literally said, sorry, buddy, I never followed up about the trip to Bali. Can you still make it? And I didn't have an excuse not to go. And that's what's really nice about living in Thailand, is it's so easy to get from Thailand and so cheap to get from Chiang Mai, Thailand to Bali, to Cambodia, to Vietnam, to even the Maldives or Nepal. It's really close, and it's much cheaper because we have low budget airlines like AirAsia that if you fly carry-on only, you can get a round trip flight pretty much to any of these places for about $400 or even less, maybe even $200. So I didn't have an excuse not to go, and because it wasn't on Kuta or Canggu or any of these kind of ugly, overcrowded beaches, I thought, why not? Let's go to Banoa. I've never been there before. And it's in south of Bali. It's really pretty. It's kind of a resort beach. We stayed at a place called Holiday Inn Resort, which is nothing like the Holiday Inns that you've probably stayed at in the US, especially not like Holiday Inn Express, which are kind of like better Motel 6s. This was a proper resort. It was really nice. This was the beach kind of just right outside the resort. This is literally right outside the resort. These are the chairs for the Holiday Inn, and it was awesome. And what was really cool about the retreat is it rejuvenated my love for entrepreneurship, for helping people get started with online business, because I met so many amazing people at this retreat who flew from the US, from Canada, from Australia, from all around Europe, from the UK, that are crushing it with their stores. They are doing so well, and it's insane because this was the first year where the majority of the people I met were like, yeah, I'm making a couple grand, or I'm making 10 grand. I'm really successful. And it's so different than what you hear from people online, people that hang out in Facebook groups or on Reddit or, in YouTube comments that all say, oh, it's not working. I tried, but it didn't work for me. I gave up. Or planning to try and I didn't do it. These people spent a lot of money. They spent a couple $1,000s on Anton's course. They spent a couple $1,000s flying out to Bali for the retreat. They spent money on the actual retreat tickets. And what's crazy is there is a direct correlation between people who spend money and invest money in themselves and their educations and their business and the people who are successful. And I've realized that, and I've always known that, but I didn't want to admit it because when I started, I didn't have that much money. And I know a lot of people especially ones in Thailand already, don't have that much money. You might have spent all your money coming out here. You might, hated your job, you just quit. And it sucks saying you still have to spend a couple grand to figure it out. And that's why I encourage people just to freelance in the beginning, maybe teach English or stay at home, save up some money, build up your business, and then come out. But what's amazing are some of the people I met. For the next 2 episodes of the Travel Like a Boss podcast, I'm going to have on 2 people who you would not think would be successful with the online business, especially not e-commerce or dropshipping. One guy, he is an Indian guy who literally worked at 7-Eleven, started driving a truck, started listening to the podcast while driving, and now he's making over 10 grand a month in profit. And the next episode, someone else I interviewed at the retreat, and these are just normal people. She is a mother of 3 and just did this business at home in between taking care of her kids. So it really does work if you put in the work. But all these people, you'll know when you hear their interviews. So subscribe to the Travel Like a Boss podcast on your phone if you haven't already. Take out your phone, find the podcast app, whatever you use. Like iPhones have the podcast app, but you can use Google, Casts, or I use Pocket Casts. But whatever it is, keep an eye out for those because really they're freaking amazing. And now that I've seen all these people again, it really invigorated me. So one of the things I did this month is I started taking on coaching clients again. And this guy named Eden was actually my client for this month. He signed up for 2 phone sessions. And what's amazing is in these sessions, I helped him bring his store that was making a couple sales here and there, like a few $100 in sales and losing money because he was spending $700 a month on ads, to hitting $15,000 in sales this month, which if you look at the stats, it's an 18-time increase, 1,800% increase. That's 180%, like 180% increase. It's insane. Everything went up. His average sales volume went up. His conversion rate went up. And for the next call, the goal is to get that conversion rate up from less than 0.5% to over 1%. And then the next goal would be to get it to 2%. And what that's going to do is it's going to quadruple his profits. So not only is he going to make $15,000 in sales, he's going to start making thousands of dollars in profit because of that. So I'm really excited. I love that dropshipping still works so well in 2018. Big shout out to Anton for his retreat. Big shout out to everyone I met. You guys are the reason why I get excited again to not only build my own stores, which are happening this month. A bunch of people are coming out. We're doing another dropship partnership where we're going to build stores with the intention of selling them so we can flip more for $44,000 or hopefully a bit more, and we can all make a lot of money from it. So if you guys want to check out the retreat for next year, if you guys want to check out the course where I learned everything I know about dropshipping, it's antonmethod.com. That's my link so I can get credit for referring you. But I promise you, this is the best course out there. And I've now met literally hundreds of people who are successful. Ask anybody that you meet in person who's been in the course or at any of these retreats. It is an amazing, amazing community. But aside from just making money through dropshipping or through coaching, I also love passive income. So I'm in a really, really good position where I can work and charge $175 an hour for coaching, and people are happy to pay for that. But at the end of the day, it's still trading time for money. So instead, I focus on passive income sources, whether it's YouTube revenue, Kindle book publishing, my courses, through podcast sponsors, for investment income. And what I really love is that money that I've made from reinvesting the profits from not only running my dropshipping stores for all those years, but also selling those stores. Now I have so much passive income coming in from dividends and from interest. So I'm going to show you a few of my dashboards so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. This is one of my affiliate sites that is pretty consistently generating money. It goes up and down, but this is what I teach inside my course, Income Boss. And it's amazing that year after year, hundreds of dollars come in from these kind of passive income sources that I haven't updated in so long. One of that is the Amazon associate earnings. These are some of the people, items that people buy from my email list, my blogs, my niche sites. And if you look at the top one, it is from a USB mixer for podcasting from an article and a video I made probably 3 years ago about how to start up a podcast or how to record audio. So it is really, really fun seeing passive income come in from work I did years ago. Speaking of passive income, I really love both Fundrise and Yield Street, as well as a bunch of other ones that we talk about on the Invest Like a Boss podcast. But these are just two examples. So Fundrise is a way where you can basically invest in e-REITs or real estate investment trusts. So people are actually going out buying multifamily apartment units, and we get a cut of that for investing money. So I put in $57,000 in these funds so far, and this quarter I got a check for $759, and that's for money that just works by itself. I don't have to do any of the work. I don't have to manage any of these properties, unclog any toilets or deal with tenants. This is all done through a fund. Yield Street is another passive income investment, and this month I got $127 for interest payments. So really like it. If you want to know more about passive income through investments, check out Invest Like a Boss. That is what Rich Dad Poor Dad Robert Kiyosaki mentions as the fourth quadrant: having your money make you money. So obviously we still have some expenses, but what's really nice is now that I'm back in Thailand, my expenses are pretty fixed, except for this random trip to Bali, which ended up costing me, $400 or so in flights. But also my cousin was in Bangkok, so I spent a few nights there and hung out with him. But luckily, being in Chiang Mai is actually pretty cheap. So I got back down to my normal kind of max budget that I try to spend of $1,500 a month before, giving money to donations and charity, which is obviously optional. But what's even cooler is last month, my condo at 15,000 baht, which is a great condo and I really love it, was $463. But because the US dollar has grown in strength against the Thai baht, now it's $451. So it's actually cheaper and cheaper. My money is going further and further being in Thailand. So it's a great time to be out here. So I guess some big lessons and thoughts from this month is my favorite thing about being a digital nomad or being an entrepreneur, being a digital nomad is not really a job in itself, but being your own business owner, someone who can work a location independently, someone who's in control of your own destiny and creates your own businesses, whether it's in dropshipping or publishing or really any of the businesses that I do or that's possible. What's really cool is you control how hard you work and how much money you earn. A little bit of it from this month, the reason why it was so high was because a lot of those dividends pay quarterly and not monthly. So I just happened, where October happened to be one of those quarters. So a few $1,000s from that actually came from these quarterly payouts. But a lot of it, a few $1,000s of it as well, came from just working harder, taking on phone coaching clients and working, building new stores, building new businesses, scaling everything up. And it's really, really cool. I'm excited for next month. Actually, in 12 days from today, I have a bunch of dropshipping partners coming, and we're going to build new stores together with the intention of selling them. I'll make I guess this is the formal announcement. We've chose just 6 people. We had 35 qualified applicants. We had even way more people inquire. I think there was like 50 or 60 people who wanted to do it, but for whatever reason, it time-wise didn't work out, or they didn't have the experience for it. But it was really hard. I realistically could have chose 15 people and said, okay, yeah, just give me $1,000 each and come to the partnership, even though I know most of you aren't going to follow through. But I really wanted the people that I chose to have a really good shot at building a store that can sell for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand or more at the end of the year, because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste anyone else's time. So we're going to keep you updated on that every month, how it goes. But I am excited because this is the master plan on how to make $1 million dropshipping, is to partner up with a bunch of people, grow the stores, sell the stores, repeat the process, invest the money. So if you guys want to know more, make sure you subscribe to this channel, read my blog, johnnyfd.com. There's a bunch of information on there about that. But as far as plans for this month or goals for this month, a big part of it is get back into the routine, continue doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at least 2 or 3 times a week, going to the gym the other days. And it's been working. I'm in such better shape than I was just a month ago. I still have a long way to go because I spent the last 8 months in Europe really just drinking and eating and not doing much. But now that I'm back in Chiang Mai, it's really, really, really nice to get back in this routine. I've been working a lot as well. So income is going to continue to grow over the next couple of months, couple of years. And I love it. So I would love for all of you to experience the same life. So if you want to come out to Chiang Mai, come, because in January, it's going to be the Nomad Summit. We just secured the venue, and you're going to meet probably 400 or 500 other people with the same mindset, work online, travel. And I guarantee the people that you meet at these paid conferences, the people that actually invest in themselves, are so positive, so optimistic, and so much more successful than the people that you meet online, especially in anonymous forums or even in Facebook groups or any free meetups or kind of free, or low cost kind of places. It sucks. I know. I wish everything could be free, but it's not. That's the way life is. I've seen a direct correlation between people who spend money investing in themselves, investing in their knowledge, versus people who don't. And the people who are cheap or want everything for free, they are broke, they are unhappy, they're super negative, they say everything doesn't work, and they just complain all the time in the YouTube comments, which I'm sure you can see some here, or online on Facebook or on online forums. Stay away from those people. Obviously you want to give good information so the people that are reading it will get inspired and say, like, okay, it's not just a bunch of trolls. But really, if you want to meet positive, successful people, you have to do it in person, and you kind of have to do it at paid events, because that's the best filter to find a big room full of people who are really like-minded and put their money where their mouth is and are serious. So I would love to see all of you at the Nomad Summit. Go to nomadsummit.com to get your tickets. We have already over 100 sold, and we didn't even start marketing it yet. We're still selling pre-sale tickets. So check that out. Hope to see you in Chiang Mai. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your plans are for the rest of the year. And if you guys want to come out to Chiang Mai, if you've been in Bali, and how you are doing with your passive income. See you guys next month. Bye-bye.
I think it's amazing. It's a lot of good information. We just had like 2 speakers, amazing speakers, just like full of information. I can't wait to hear from the other people, and like just meeting people here is like absolutely what I wanted.
Being around in this community is almost enlightening just to see how many people experience so much, they travel so much. I mean, I kind of envy that lifestyle.